Okay guys, Joe here, how are you doing? I cannot believe it, I'm very, very excited. I am sat here talking to the one and only Daniel Wagner. Hello Daniel, how are you?
Hi guys, howdy. Nice to meet you again, Joe. How are you doing? You good?
I'm great, thank you, great. And I'm honoured to be interviewing right now. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview with me. Guys, Daniel Wagner, his website is yourinternetbuddies.com. And Daniel's been doing this now for a few years, and I've known Daniel myself actually now for 2 or 3 years, he's definitely a guy that knows exactly what he's talking about, and has in fact just had the audience, 500 strong audience at the seminar that we're at, in absolute just complete and utter giggles and laughing and applauding and all the rest of it. So you're fantastic on stage, Daniel.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
So thank you for that. Okay, so on with the interview. Daniel, just tell us a little bit about you and your story. Tell us how you kind of got into internet
Okay,
marketing first.
I just spent 1.5 hours on stage telling my story, which was really great. I loved it. People shared a lot. I think what's important, I come from Austria and I got a very unusual but at the same time very common upbringing. You know, I had dreams as a kid that didn't come true. By the age of 40 I found myself broke, upset, in a relationship I didn't like, really stuck. And I think for many people, if you are in that place, then just believe me, there is a way out. Internet marketing was that way out, because all the businesses I tried previously failed. You know, I was a good guy, I always worked hard, but I could never make anything work to a degree that gave me the life of my dreams. To let you know, right now I do live in Cyprus, in the place of my dreams, with a girlfriend I love, and I have the life I've been designing and dreaming about for a long time.
So had you tried, I mean that's fantastic Daniel, but had you tried offline businesses prior to starting internet marketing?
Totally, and I can tell you right now, looking back, I know what was wrong about them. First of all, I didn't learn marketing, and it's very important that people understand internet marketing is marketing using the internet. And I know I might sound very obvious here, but please bear with me. People think that internet marketing will do itself because the internet's there. It won't. You still have to learn the marketing principles and techniques that have been around for ages, but here is the major reason why I failed offline and why I succeeded online. The cost of doing business online is minute. The geographic reach online is worldwide. So if you think about the major restrictions for a local business, you can only do business where you are. That's geographic limitation. The online blows it out of water. You can do business anywhere in the world. Number two, whatever you sell, whatever use your product or service, is strictly limited to the margins you're able to charge. Now, in the online world, information marketing has 1,000, 2,000% margins, because the delivery of the product is free, it's online, it's digital, and the cost of developing the product is low. And this is, I think, the main reason why more and more people succeed online that even previously couldn't succeed offline.
So how long did it take you on your journey, Daniel, when you decided that you were now going to go internet marketing? How long did it take you to start living the life of your dreams?
Okay, now first of all, the first barrier was to me making my first dollar, and it was about a year when I was dabbling with the thought, looking and downloading stuff, ebooks mainly, and programs, and trying to find out between the scam and the reality what I can do online. It took me a year. After that, once I made my first dollar, I had some real quick successes, and then building my real dream took another 2 years. Because once I made money online, I was still in a job, I was still in my previous relationship. Once I made more money, I could design my own life. Once I had the time on my hands and the money, I could then really choose where I want to live, who I want to be with. See, those questions people never ask themselves, because the reality is they don't allow themselves for the question even to arise, because they know they can't freely answer it, because they're normally living where they have to live based on finances or kids or schools or jobs. Terrible situation to be. And secondly, they know they don't make enough money to buy or live their dreams, so they don't even want that to come up, unfortunately.
So the guys that are out there that are fretting because they're maybe 3 months in or 5 months in, or even, you know, going on
years
to a year
in, no, totally,
and are still not really making an awful lot of money and are not sure why, you know, is it just a time thing? Do they just need to give themselves a bit more time?
Oh, it's an excellent question, Joe. There's two things I see people do wrong all the time, and it's not me criticizing, it's just what I've seen after thousands of students. One thing is people don't focus enough. So when you said, should you just give more time? Yes, if what they do is a strategy that made others successful, that you know works, then it's just a matter of getting better at that strategy. But it's not what people do. What people do, they try something, it's hard, they try something else, it's hard, they try something else, it's hard. So it doesn't matter how long you're in the game, because you never played, okay? If you look at, let's use sports as an analogy. You look at cricket, and you think that's hard, then you look at another game, that's hard, but you never start playing, you never know if you can actually get good at the game. So this is why I strongly suggest pick a game you like, and on online marketing, to keep with the sports analogy, it would be pick, for example, article marketing as a traffic strategy, and then do it until you know it, and then master it, because you will find out it's normally a handful, 5 to 6 simple strategies you can just do again and again, and most likely you will find the blueprints to those free on YouTube or on Google. But that's not how people work, unfortunately.
No. Okay, so people that are out there that are literally just thinking about this now, what would you say their first steps are to creating an online business? Okay,
now what I would love to say is find yourself a coach and go for it, yeah? And this, I think, is my best advice, because looking back of 4 years of teaching this stuff, people who succeeded the most with me are people I can work with continuously. Of course, this should not be a sales interview for me. So what I would love you to do is, guys, go out, find one strategy that you can make your first dollar on, and once you make money, you can see how it works. You then get better at doing the same thing. There's one strategy I taught today on stage, which is you can start with $1 investment, yeah, almost totally free of charge, and it will not just build you a list, which everybody knows is the core of your business, the list you're building. It also allows you to actually create an opt-in page to build that list and promote someone's product with no cost at all to you. If anybody wants that free report, by the way, they can just go to yourinternetbuddies.com/bonus. You can download the report for free. I don't want your name, nothing. By the way, if you want free lifetime updates on that strategy and other free strategies, just let me know. I give people a lot of free stuff because I want them to get that first success and then say, you know what, let's build a real business together.
Yeah, I'm going to put all your details, Daniel, for people to go to, because I personally think you're an absolute master at this. And
Thank you, I appreciate that.
I definitely want to learn more from you myself.
I have to interrupt you very quickly. You said I'm absolute master. I was an absolute disaster to get started with, and that's very important. People look at me today on stage, closing the room and entertaining the audience. My first sales pitch was totally tanked. It was horrible. My first product didn't sell. My first course didn't sell. Okay, I've been through the motions. I'm not some lucky person. You know, today in the room I shared that luck stands for an acronym, said being in the right place, the right time, location, understanding what's going on, building the right connections, that means networking, and then getting the knowledge. That's the last piece. It's a little bit of knowledge to get there. So thanks for calling me a master. I really know I started right from scratch.
Just tell us about the why as well, Daniel.
That's really good. Thank you for reminding me. So luck is not all. If you want to be lucky, the last letter in lucky is the letter Y. And I feel as though most people fall down. They don't have a big enough Y. And in my case, I was lucky because my Y was huge, because I was really knowing I had massive potential. I saw my own opportunity, but I was stuck in a life I really hated. I began to hate. And that was so much strong emotion, so much resentment, so much frustration, that I really knew desperation is a great teacher. I knew I had to change. So I knew my why was big, and this is why I achieved it. Now I help people get that inspiration and dig deep inside themselves, go back to their childhood dreams. You deserve a better life, you know. You deserve to have exactly what you want. If that's $1 million, I can show you how to get it. But for most people, once they really look deep, it's not the money. Everyone I know who makes the millions, in the end they focus on different values. It's not the money. I know it looks like it's the money when you get started, but you trust me on this one, it won't be once you make the money.
So one last gem of inspiration for our guys out there, Daniel, before we go. What's one last message that you'd leave to the audience?
Look at people who have what you got, who do what you want to do, and who are what you want to be, and copy them as closely as you can. If they offer you a chance to work with them, do it. Work for free. Offer your time. If you don't have money, offer your time, offer your service. Get close to those people, because the peer group and the mindset around those people, that's the magic. The world out there will not change unless you change inside, and that's really what I want to leave you with. I am today where I am because I keep working on my inner game. Success is an inside job, as they say, and that's really it.
Fantastic. Daniel Wagner, thank you so much for this interview. Really appreciate it.
Hey, welcome. All the best.
Thanks.